Working. Hey, it's working. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Kathie J hanging out with you today. I am very excited for today, and I thank all of you for already being on the stream, wanting to talk to this amazing producer that we have from Hollywood. Everyone, please let me introduce you to Yoichi Utebi.
Yes,
yes, I got it.
You got it, yes.
Now, Yoichi is the producer of a new movie coming out of Japan, and it's called The Real Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about suicide, everybody. The movie talks about suicide.
Yeah, partially suicide, partially.
Partially, but it really, the message is all of us are struggling with a lot of stuff, and we need to overcome it and find the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I thought it was such a beautiful movie, such an awesome movie. And I want to let all my viewers know before we get into the questions, this movie, The Real Exorcist, is opening in Denver today.
Yes.
It's going to run through September 3rd. It's going to be at the Harkins Northfield, everybody.
That's right.
Now, it's got 3 showings a day, everybody.
Oh, you studied. Thank you so much.
And it's won 55 international awards. Hence the reason I'm very excited to be talking to the producer of The Real Exorcist. So thank you so much. My first question with you is, you know, here in the United States, when we hear Exorcist, everyone here thinks of The Exorcist, the movie that comes on at Halloween, the movie we scared our cousins with. But this is not a horror movie, but it does have some elements that were very suspenseful.
That's right. That's right.
Was that intentional? Tell me.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so when people think it's The Exorcist, you know, you think about the real, The Exorcist.
Yes.
So, or The Lights, you know, those little bit really horror movie. But we want to differentiate it, you know, between those movies because in this movie, as if you watch it, you don't see a head spinning around, the green thing coming out of your mouth. Those things doesn't happen, you know. So if you're expecting to see that in The Real Exorcist, you have to tell you won't see it. Okay,
right.
So this is rated PG-13.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not PG, but the kids can go in with the parents and mother and have fun with it. So it's a great movie. The reason why it's called The Real Exorcist is because we really wanted to portray or focus on like the reality. Okay, I mean, even though it's a fantasy in the Japanese supernatural fantasy, thriller movie, it's still based on a lot of things are based on the reality of what actually happened and happens. So we try to show the spiritual viewpoint of our life behind the scene. So that's why it's real.
Okay, that's why.
The girl, the character's name is Sayuri. She's a clairvoyant, and she's a beautiful young girl, innocent, normal girl, but yet she has this supernatural power. So it's real exorcist. She actually does exercising, expels evil spirits and things like that. But it's more based on the reality rather than too much of fictional based things that So the movie is not about how to scare people off, and it's a roller coaster effect. That's also great. For some people it's enjoyable, but this movie is not like that. It's more heartwarming, and it's a lot of strong message of hope that people needs today, especially in 2020.
Absolutely. It is not the same world as it was a year ago. So what was the driving force behind the film? Was it why the message and why now? I mean, it does fit.
Right. I mean, of course, COVID wasn't happening when we shot this. It was a year and a half ago, so we never expected it. And we were going to release this movie in May in US, but because of the COVID, it's been postponed till now.
Right.
So we never expected it. But so it's kind of really unfortunate for the movie makers, for everybody around the world, including producers and theaters and distributors. But yet, I'm happy that we are able to bring this out to the world because it's a timing thing, I guess. The topics in this movie is universal. So it doesn't have the time. You can watch this movie 10 years from now and you still learn something out of it.
That's exactly.
But it's just that the timing is just so important today. So I think the meaning of showing this movie can increase because of what's happening in today's world.
One of the things I loved about the movie, and I loved so much of it, I loved that you did give different examples that the exorcist goes through, that she meets people.
That's right.
And I'm sure your staff, when you guys were told, we're not releasing the movie, everything is different, your staff, like so many normal people, we had to reinvent ourselves. Who are we?
Right.
Some people fall to the depression.
Yep.
Some people, there was even messages in this movie that I'm sure your staff was like, well, I need to listen to my own movie. Because it's about overcoming.
Sure. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. So as you said, we have short stories within one movie. So it's fast-paced and it's entertainment, and it's also fun to watch. But for example, we pick up the topic on suicide.
Yes.
Because I mean, suicide is a big topic. It's always been an issue, and especially nowadays, I think it's increasing in US and Japan. It's increasing in. Hopefully, it won't increase further, but you never know. There might be coming. More depression might be coming. So we just never know. The suicide topic, okay, loneliness, depression. That's on the topic. Also, we picked up on the miscarriage. The reason why is because the women, a lot of women has miscarriage, but that's something you can't really talk to, you just can't, you have to put it in your side. But a lot of people, women, are still hurt deeply inside. So we try to give solution, to find the way, the light for the people like that. We also picked up on, hunting spirits, wandering spirits, and others as well. So.
And okay, so that's why I wanted to ask you. So you're just leading right in every question I have for you.
Oh, sorry, I'm going.
No, I love it. No. Once again, everybody, please say hi to my friend Yoichi. He is the producer of The Real Exorcist, the movie. You see the poster behind him on the wall. It's a really great movie that's won 55 international awards already, and it is going into select U.S. cities. One of them, we're lucky to have it here in Denver, everybody. So like he was saying, there's a lot of different examples in there. So one example is going to give you a message that you've been wanting to hear.
That's right.
Is how I feel. Because I got a couple messages. There's a couple smack me upside the head messages, but it was amazing. But the religious part. In there, she mentions God, she mentioned Buddha, she mentions the devil, but also the spirit and the light and the dark. Was it important for you to make sure that some religion was in there, or to create like a different level of where you wanted to be on it?
Sure. I mean, religion should not be the one thing. If you're a Christian, you cannot become a Buddhist. If you're a Muslim, you cannot become Buddhist. It shouldn't be like that, because everything connects to one source, as we know. So we need to have more open heart to accept different religion as well. So this is a message for the people who have faith, as well as the people who doesn't have faith. So we try to come across as much as possible to hit people's heart as much as in different categories. So one of the topic is also, we did pick up on the spirituality. Some people believe in spirits. I mean, they might be seeing spirits every day, but for the people who doesn't believe in spirits and ghosts and spiritual world, it is just a fantasy.
Yes.
So there's always flip of coins in this world. So we try to flip both sides. Like everybody can watch this movie and be able to relate to this movie in some ways. So
I found it refreshing, and I do believe that so many of us, we've watched everything on Netflix, we've watched everything on Amazon. It's all these different things. To have a movie that came in that caught me off guard and all of a sudden made me realize there are some things I need to overcome before the darkness pulls me into
Yes, that's
right. And I thought that was brilliant. Examples you used, and the actors were great, but it was really, I mean, it was done with exact, precise direction. And as a producer, did you have to find that it was all in how you edited the story?
Well, this is basically written by one person. Okay, his name is Ryuho Okawa. Okay, he is clairvoyant, actually. So basically, a lot of things that's in the movie is based on the factual base. It's not a true story, but it's a factual basis that he put the story together. and there was a script writer who wrote this story beautifully done.
Yeah.
So after that, it's all producers' work to put this, into boxes and make sure that the story comes across as we go through, watch the movie. And that's the dynamic of the movie. Put the music on that fits perfectly, and
oh yeah,
the casting, and also we did voiceover for this. Oh, by the way, for the Harkins, we're gonna be showing voiceover version. So a lot of people will be able to watch it without. I mean, this again both ways. Sometimes people love subtitles because they want to hear the original voice, but for US market, we try to figure out which one is better, and a lot of people will probably prefer not to read subtitle, just general public. So we decided so we put a lot of emphasis and efforts into, voiceover acting and casting and.
Well, you did great. I thought that the voices, they all fit perfect. I watched both versions, but I really get that the English dubbing was perfect, everybody. You're going to follow it like a normal movie.
Right.
We were talking about all those examples. Is there one of those that resonated more with you? Do you know someone that has suffered with suicide or a miscarriage or felt like the demon was always on their shoulders? Do you resonate with any of them?
I mean, I don't have anybody who did commit suicide around me, but miscarriage, of course, I have a lot of, I'm pretty old now, so I'm not a young boy anymore. So I have experienced a couple, as well. And the spiritual side, probably, because I was kind of spiritual, very sensitive when I was very young as well. So I kind of get what's going on. I mean, do I see ghosts? No. Do I hear the ghosts? No, I don't. But I can feel the energy. If it's negative or positive, I'm very sensitive to those negative energies, the environmental, the air that surrounds me. And I always had the struggle, going through, understanding that and going through it, my everyday life. So that really resonated with me the most. So, that's how, you should change my mindset. This is how you can overcome these negative things. Sometimes people are, like when they get these negative energies, if they're like they're not sensitive, they don't feel much, so they just go out there, have drink, and have fun, and take a shower and done. Right. But for some other people, they are not like that. Like they get like showered by those negative energies, and they just can't get rid of it. Yeah. They kind of get stuck with it. Yeah. So I'm that kind of person. So I know there's different types of people, but I'm that stuck kind of person. So I always have difficulty, like, how do I get this thing out of my head? Or,
Right. But I think she kind of gave, even the Real Exorcist in the movie, she if you follow what she does, she wakes up in the morning, she says she's grateful. She thanks God for giving her some light. Yes. I feel the same in the morning. I have to remind myself, your strengths, Kathie. You're here for this. Go and help people. And I think that again, like that, there's a different example that all of us could grab out of the movie to help us cope with 2020.
So the most important thing is, have faith. You don't have to have faith in Christianity or Buddhism, Islam. Right. Just have faith, something that is beyond you, because what we are doing, what we see today is faith, and also the humbleness, appreciation, all the gratitude, all the good things that we have, the heartwarming things that I think we are starting to miss that a little in the modern age because of technology and science and everything. Sometimes we might be thinking that we are like smarter than God. We become a little too arrogant.
Yes.
So ego is bad. Getting a little too much, I think. Right. So maybe God's telling us, hey guys, do you think you're smarter than me?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Yeah, I think you need to do a little bit of self-reflection about self individually, as well as a group, as a whole. So I think that's kind of message that we wanted to portray through this movie, and it kind of matches. Unfortunately, it kind of matches what's happening in the world today.
Another message that we didn't talk about, but I also enjoyed, was the fact that you also reminded people that if you're not going through anything, your strength can help someone else. Like when you're down, you can be the bubble.
Yes.
That's
right.
That help them, and you just hear them.
Right. And you don't have to become a supernatural clairvoyant like Sari. Everybody has the same essence, in ourselves. We are the children of God, children of Buddha. We have light within ourselves. All you have to do is find it and use it, not for yourself, but for the others. The great thing about the superheroes, I don't know why, but superheroes, they have so much power, but they never use it for themselves. That's why they're called superheroes.
Sure.
But
you're right.
I mean, if you're a normal person, you wouldn't want to use that for yourself.
Right.
But they don't. So it's exactly the same thing. Even the smallest thing you can do in your everyday life, you can still become a superhero within your community, within your family, at your workplace. It's all how you think. It's about the mindset and what you think, I think.
It was, and that's pushing that in the movie is overcome the mindset. Change your perception.
Yes.
And I thought that was brilliant that you guys kept saying that. Also, just to the people out there that are watching right now that might be suffering, realize that there are those around you that are there, because so many people say, I'm all alone. Like the girl who had committed suicide, she felt like she was all alone, but at the end of the day, when you go back and see that your mother and so many people are so sad that you that you're gone. They were there the whole time.
That's right. So, committing suicide is, I don't know if I be a little too harsh, but it's your responsibility. It's, one person's responsibility, but that responsibility would affect so many other people.
Right.
It's okay if you finish your life. Of course, there's going to be a path, life after death, and that's what the movie shows. So you should not commit suicide. That's the message. But at the same time, what about the people you leave behind? Okay, they have to suffer through the rest of their life. Okay, especially the family and parents, and so you have to think. It's your responsibility to think about yourself, but also have to think about for others. And those ones who will suffer for you are the ones who are with you already now.
Yes.
So you have to go talk to them.
Goosebumps. That was gave me goosebumps.
And
it's so true.
If you really don't think you have anybody to go to, just call me, or call you, right? People around you that wants to help. I mean, you have to believe, okay, the listeners. You might think everybody is against you. Everybody's, sometimes when in the worst situation, you look at the world and everybody's against you. Everybody's enemy of you, and they all look like devils. But no, they're really, really people who really wants to help you sincerely. There are people like that in this world. So please don't lose the hope that we are here.
That is absolutely great. That is absolutely great. And I thank you so much for your time. And Yoichi, congratulations on the success.
Thank you so much.
One last question. You have won 55 international awards so far for the Real Exorcist movie. How does that make you feel?
Well, we've done a lot of work for that. The movie award doesn't come, naturally. So we had to put a lot of work into it, and again, more effort and more, step by step, everyday effort you make, it will be returned back to you. So we just have to receive it and appreciate it.
Absolutely, receive it, appreciate it. Strength, yes, and again, light always conquers darkness.
That's right. That's the strongest message. Yes.
Thank you so much, Yoichi Utebi. Thank you so much for joining us, and everyone. Once again, he is the producer of The Real Exorcist. The movie opens today in Denver at the Northfield Harkins Theater. It's going to have 3 showings a day, 12:55, 4, and 6:50 through September 3rd. So we want everybody to see it so more people can feel the light and we can get out of the rut we're in. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care. Good luck. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.